Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be showing us how to draft pattern for a straight gown that doesn't have that line division in it. So if this is something you're interested in, please keep watching. So the first thing we're going to do now is take our shoulder measurement, and the shoulder measurements I'm working with is about 7 inches. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a point there. Then I'm going to come down with the shoulder depth, which is about 7.5 inches. You can use 8 inches, you can use 7 inches. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to go ahead and draw a line connecting this point. So this particular pattern is actually supposed to be a guide for a short straight gown, a short fitted gown actually. So guys, after drawing this line, I'm just going to go ahead and take half of this armhole measurement, which is about 3.5 inches. I'll put a spot there and then draw a curve connecting the armhole to the end of this line that I drew earlier. And the next thing we are going to do now is to get our neck width. So guys, I want to use a sweetheart neckline for this particular neck. So the neck width is about 3.5 inches. Then I'm going to go down by about 5 inches because I want the neck to be a bit deep, but it's not going to be so wide because it's not going to be an off shoulder dress. So I'm going to now mark that point and then go ahead and use my free hand to make a curve and then connect it to the 3.5 inches where the neck width is. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this for us to see exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm using a free hand. You can use a curve if you have, or I've been doing it for a while, so I can actually do a free hand. So you can actually do this also, and it's going to come out just the way you want it to. So guys, this is what the curve should look like when you're done drafting it out. Just this curve and then you take it upward. When I cut it out, you're going to see this, the what I created with this curve. So the next thing we're going to do now is to input our breast point measurement, which is about 10 inches from your shoulder measurement. So I'm going to put a point there, and then I'm going to also mark my half length measurement, which is about 16 inches also. And then I'm going to go down to input my hip points, which is about 20, I don't remember, but hip points like 9 inches from your half length measurement. So guys, after I do this, I'm going to now go ahead and draw lines connecting these points so that I can easily place my measurements when I want to do that. So I'm just going to go ahead now and draw these lines. So I'm just going to go ahead to label these marks I put earlier so that we don't get to forget what each of these marks stands for. So this BP is for breast point, and this is the half length measurement, and then the last one is the hip point measurement. So now we are clear on what we are working with right now. So guys, the next thing we are going to do right now is to place the measurements we'll be working with 2 inches allowance. Let's assume this breast point is about 32 inches, and then it's like 8 inches then plus 2 inches allowance, so we'll be inputting 10 inches. Remember, we are taking our measurements divided by 4 since our fabric is going to be on fold. So I'm going to go ahead and place this measurement and also add 2 inches stitching allowance to this measurement. So each of these points I am placing now has 2 inches stitching allowance attached to it. So I'm going to do everything for the breast points, the half length point, and also on the hip points. So guys, these 3 points you see here, I'm going to be connecting them. You can see that the waistline, that's the half length line, is inward, so there's going to be like a curve. Then I'm going to go ahead to connect to the hip point with a curve also. So I'm going to be using my ruler now to draw these lines and connect these points to each other. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this. And then guys, when I have connected this point, I'm going to make a curve because our hip point is not sharp. So there should be a little curve at that hip point. So I'm going to be doing this in the video for us to see. I'm using a ruler, so obviously it's going to come out with a sharp edge, but you do not want your hip point peeking out of your dress. It doesn't look nice when it comes out that way. So I will now use my free hand to make a little curve around that point so that that sharp edge is not going to be showing in our dress. Okay guys, you can see now I'm actually making that curve here on this point. So now we can see it clearly. I have gone ahead to make the points here and then I drew this out. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to cut out this neckline for us to see what it looks like, and then cut out other parts of the dress for us to see. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this now. So this is what the neckline looks like. So you can see the small sweetheart neckline in front of it, and then you can actually see what I tried to create. And then now this is the lower part of the dress. It's going to be a really short dress. So this is the pattern we have left for the front piece. You can just go ahead and use this to cut out your front piece. So the next thing I'm going to be showing us after this is the back piece. So for the back piece, it's just the same measurement to draft your basic pattern. The only difference is your zipper allowance. So I've already done my 2 inches zipper allowance here. I already put all of the measurements. So the neckline is actually going to be different. So I'm going to use my neck width that is about 3.5 inches, and then I'm going to be using a round neck that's not going to be so deep at the back. I'm going to be coming down by about 2 inches, and then I'm just going to make a curve to that point, and I'll go ahead to cut it out. So the difference between this front piece and the back piece is the neckline and of course the zipper allowance. So I'm going to just go ahead and make the curve now and then cut it out for us to see. So that's like basically everything. We're repeating every other measurement we have on the front piece, also on the back piece. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out now. And so I'm just going to go ahead and cut out this zipper allowance. I'm going to split that place open for the zip to be able to lay comfortably, and I'm going to go ahead now to cut out this other part of the dress and remove the excess. So guys, after cutting this out, this is what the back piece should look like, and then we're just going to go ahead to join the back piece and the front piece. So we've come to the end of today's tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next tutorial. Bye.